Good evening, everyone, to the very first graduation ceremony of our first batch of grade 10 students, class of 2021-22. We would like to welcome Mr. Jose Thomas, President, The Choice Foundation, Ms. Elizabeth Jose, Mr. Thomas Jose, Director, The Choice Foundation, Ms. Rachel Ignatius, Principal, The Choice School, Thiruvalla, Mr. Ajit P. Jacob, Principal, The Choice School, Triponitara, Ms. Vimala Jacob, Education Administrator, Ms. Anisha Sen, Vice Principal, the dignitaries, faculty, family, and friends, and all our well-wishers who couldn't be here today in person and are thinking of the graduates at this moment. And our celebrated graduates, class of 2021-22. I'm Lakshmi Sadish.
I'm Ananya Kaimal.
And I'm Jordan Jerry, your host for this evening. The Choice School, with its lofty ideals, mesmerizing dreams, and zealous passions, is a cradle of learning that provides infinite opportunities to groom and nurture our innate potentials to offer our best to the world. The goal here has always been creating men and women capable of doing new things, who are creative, inventive, industrious, and discoverers, who can also be critical thinkers and be the change the world wishes to see.
Prayer is talking to God and listening to Him talk to us. It is opening our hearts and surrendering ourselves to the Almighty by allowing only His will to happen in our lives. Let us all rise and invoke God's blessings as Mia, Farzana, Elna, and Joanne lead us with a prayer song.
Father God, I wonder how I managed to exist without the knowledge of your parenthood and your loving care. Now I am your son, I am adopted in your family, and I can never be alone, 'cause Father God, you're there beside me. I will sing your praises, I will sing your praises, I will sing your praises forevermore. I will sing your praises, I will sing your praises, I will sing your praises forevermore. Father God, I wonder how I managed to exist without the knowledge of your parenthood and your loving care. Now I am your son, I am adopted in your family, and I can never be alone, 'cause Father God, you're there beside me. I will sing your praises, I will sing your praises, I will sing your praises forevermore. I will sing your praises, I will sing your praises, I will sing your praises forevermore.
Today is a milestone. The graduation ceremony is a culmination of a student's academic journey. The graduation rite is both the ending and beginning. It is an integral event and a transition point for the students who move on to the next phase of their illustrious academic journeys. It is a time to reminisce the beautiful memories of the past and kindle the prodigious dreams for the future.
Miss Rachel Ignatius, with her warmth and charm, has won the hearts of all our graduating students. She's a woman who leads by example. Our school continues to flourish and grow under her able leadership. Rachel ma'am is a smart, sincere, graceful, intelligent individual who's loved and respected by everyone in the parent, teacher, and student community. She's an efficient leader and great mentor who constantly aspires to ensure the success of the Choice School Thiruvalla is aligned to Uncle JT's vision and mission and core concepts of knowledge, character, and health.
As we move ahead with bidding farewell to our first graduate batch of 2022 from the portal of this institute, we invite you, ma'am, to address the outgoing batch of 2022.
Thank you, Lakshmi and Ananya. Give thanks unto the Lord, for he is good, his mercy endureth forever. 1 Chronicles 16, verse 34. Good evening, Mr. Jose Thomas, President, Choice Foundation, Mrs. Elizabeth Jose, his charming and elegant wife. Thank you for being here. Mr. Thomas Jose, Director, Choice Foundation, Mr. Jacob P. Ajit Matthews, Principal, Choice School, Tripunithura, Mrs. Vimla Jacob, Educational Administrator, dignitaries, invited guests, parents, teachers, and the honored guests of the day, my dear students, or rather graduating class, and all those who have joined us today on the live stream. Today is an auspicious day for me, both professionally and personally. I get to witness my first batch of students graduating from Thiruvalla, and my own son and daughter-in-law graduated this morning from Middlesex University, Dubai. So it's a very, very blessed and auspicious day for me. It is with mixed emotions that I stand here this evening, humbled and proud, elated and apprehensive, all at the same time, a lot going through my mind right now. This day is indeed a milestone that will go down in the history of Choice School, Thiruvalla, and in your lives, my dear children. The first graduation ceremony of Choice School, Thiruvalla. My eyes are already welling up. I hope I'll be able to, end this speech in a proper manner. Let me begin with gratitude to the Almighty Lord, whose blessings has brought us this far. When we started this journey with 8 students 7 years back, little did we realize that we would come this far or to this magnitude. I thank the Lord for his abundant blessings and mercy that has led us this far and continues every single day. To the visionary at the helm, our mentor, guide, philosopher, friend, and a leader with dynamic leadership skills. Sir, I don't need to go on because you know the person at the helm. A unique personality with dynamic leadership skills who will never ever compromise on quality. One who dares to dream the impossible and who patiently takes his team along. Dear sir, thank you for trusting me and my team with this prestigious school of yours. We are blessed to be under your leadership, and it's an honor to have had this opportunity. Seriously, I have been blessed to be the face of choice in this part of the world. Thank you for this golden opportunity. To you, dear parents, thank you for the trust you put in us and the whole team 6 years ago and now. Every step of the way, you supported us like strong pillars then and now. Thank you so much. I think we need to put our hands together for the unstinted support and trust they continue to give. A heartfelt thank you to each and every one of you. To my fantastic team, Mrs. Anisha Sen, Vice Principal, Ms. Natasha Pereira, Foundational Lead Facilitator, Mrs. Jia Kuruvilla, Kinderland in Charge, Thiruvalla, Mrs. Uma Sri Kumar, Kinderland in Charge, Kottayam. These are my very strong generals and able leaders who assist me on the academic side. The undeniable CAO, Mr. Venu, along with Akhil. So my vibrant team of teachers, fantastic teachers, the admin team, Chaitans, Chechis, security, thank you from the bottom of my heart. We have weathered good times and turbulent ones, but we stayed together under this beautiful, blessed umbrella for the common and only one agenda, the child in our care. We continue to do so well because our agenda is only one, and that's the child in our care, the child in our hands. We work for the child with a common vision of knowledge, character, and health. We will continue to do so, and thank you, dear team, for all the support. Now, thank you. To my batch of students, I'll keep it short, don't worry, okay? I'm proud, like I told you earlier, of what I see today. I've seen you grow and blossom. I remember each and every one of you when you joined in the primary, or rather in grade 5, we can't call that primary, but yes, it was primary back then. Wide-eyed girls and boys who walked in not knowing what to do. But the good thing was, you were the seniors then, you were the seniors throughout, you remain as seniors now. That's a golden opportunity. But children, you have grown. And in the blink of an eye, I was surprised to see the girls walk in. Boys, of course, now, I mean, these were little children, not little, of course, but they were maybe, my shoulder size and a little lower. Now I have to look up at all of them to see where they are, every one of them, except maybe one out of the 34 happily is my size. Everybody else tower over me. But I'm proud to see that. And if I get a hug from you after the corona days, I'll be more than happy. Congratulations, my dear children. You are graduating from grade 10. You are a batch that have overcome challenges. Today is your day. Remember that character is a real foundation of all worthwhile success. Grow up, you've heard this before, with an attitude of louder. Remember that, okay? Be thankful to the Lord Almighty. You don't realize the number of blessings you have. Count the endless blessings. You are blessed with many. Be thankful to the parents, to your parents, who trust you, who believe in you, and who sees the world in you and have invested in you. Be thankful to them. Be thankful to your teachers and your alma mater for molding you, for nurturing you, and for grooming you. The countless hours they have put in for you, day in and day out. Be empathetic to your friends and the people around you. Grow up helping each other grow. These are precious gifts of life. Treasure it, dear children. Have a goal in life and pursue it. Everybody has a goal, but how many of us pursue it? Pursue it. All right? Prioritize what you need to do. All sounds a little familiar, right? I'm saying it again. Be passionate about what you do. Be accountable for your actions. You always like to take credit for what the good actions that you do. But how many of us take responsibility for failures? So just as you take credit for your actions, learn to take responsibility for your failures too. Be an original. Because there is only one you, you're unique. So I don't want to go on and on. Children, this is your day. Proud to see you graduate. Love you loads. God bless you. Do well in life. And I'm sure all of you will do. Congratulations to my first batch of the graduating class. God bless.
Thank you, Rachel ma'am, for those very affectionate and inspiring words. We would like to begin the solemn occasion with a presidential address by Mr. Jose Thomas, whom we affectionately call Uncle JT, President of the Choice Foundation to this august gathering. Uncle JT is a bold and charismatic leader, a man who is in his own league has dared to dream differently. And it is this dream and progressive thinking that has benefited so many. Uncle JT is completely invested in education for the future. He honestly believes that he is just acting as a conduit to God's divine plan for education in India. He took up the challenge to reimagine and redefine school education, making world-class education accessible to the people in India. JT Sir's dynamic leadership, together with his sustainable mantra of knowledge, character, and health, not only ensures that the Choice School will remain a pioneering institution, but is also an effective and recommended precept for the holistic development for any adult or child to follow. We warmly welcome you, JT Sir, to address our graduate class of 2022.
Good evening, everyone. I'm very proud, very proud. Did I imagine this 7 years ago? When I used to run around here with a towel. Have you all seen me with a towel? Yes. The children have seen me running around this place like a headless chicken, not knowing what to do, what's going to happen. But I never thought at that time I would have the liberty to stand in front of you to witness this solemn occasion of you little babies, grown up, women almost, saris under your gown. I never thought, when I looked at you coming up and I saw saris, I said, they were 7-year-old when I met them, most of them. 7 years. I used to virtually tell them stories when I used to meet them, play around with them in the classrooms, and dance to their tunes, because that was all the education which I had conceived. So first I'll talk to the children. Rachel Miss gave you, real thumping wishes and a very futuristic confidence that is built in you. But to me, I think you're not going away anywhere, right? You're going to be here for another 2 years. So we're going to have fun. Fun through knowledge, fun through character, fun through fantastic health, and makes you a complete person. So we still have time. And I don't think this is a normal process in our mother school in Cochin to have a 10th grade graduate, but this is history. Why in Thiruvalla? These are the babies of the mother school. This is the children. So this is history to be written on a rock, not through a photograph, not through a media announcement, but spiritually, for it to remain that you children, after 20 years, 20 years is going to be like this. In 20 years, we will remember, and I'm going to be there around for sure. So is Rachel, and so is everyone. To say that we have seen these children walk their journey, and we will definitely like to witness, to see how well you have done in life wherever you go. What is doing well in life, children, is KCH. The perfect mantra that God gave to me onto my tongue out of nowhere. When I was trying to search all over around me, is the teachers who contribute? Is it me who contribute? Is it the parents who contribute? Finally, I got the message. Yes, we all do contribute, but what is it that we are trying to imbibe in you, imbibe in me, imbibe in our team, all our leadership? Is knowledge. This is not a movie theater. This is a place of worship for knowledge, a place of worship for character, and a place of worship for your well-being. And that's how I looked at it, and I tell you, when this mantra came onto my tongue, I'm not quoting the Bible. Trust me, that is the truth. അതാണ് ഇതിൻ്റെ സത്യം. എൻ്റെ നാവിൽ കൊണ്ടുവന്ന ആ 3 വാക്കുകൾ, നോളജ്, ക്യാരക്ടർ, ഹെൽത്ത്, അത് പൂർണ്ണമായിട്ടും എന്നെ കൺവിൻസ് ചെയ്ത ഒരു 3 വാക്കുകളാണ്. ആ വാക്കുകൾ നമ്മൾ അനലൈസ് ചെയ്യുമ്പോൾ സത്യത്തിൽ കാണാൻ പറ്റുന്നത് നമ്മുടെ വിഷനാണ്. ഞാൻ ഉണ്ടാക്കിയതല്ല, ഞാൻ എഴുതിയതല്ല. 10-25 കൊല്ലത്തിന് ശേഷമാണ് ആ ഒരു വാക്യം എൻ്റെ നാവിലുണ്ടായത്. അത് ദൈവാനുഗ്രഹം എന്ന് ഞാൻ കണക്കാക്കുകയാണ്. കാരണം നമ്മൾ ചെയ്യുന്ന നല്ല പ്രവൃത്തികൾ ദൈവം കണ്ടറിഞ്ഞ് അന്ന് തരുന്ന ഒരു ഗിഫ്റ്റാണ്. ഓരോരുത്തർക്കും ആ ഗിഫ്റ്റ് ലഭിക്കും. നമ്മൾ എവിടെ നിന്നാണ് വരുന്നത് നമ്മൾ അറിയില്ല. ബട്ട് അറ്റ് സം പോയിന്റ് വി ഗോണ ഗെറ്റ് ഇറ്റ്. സോ ഐ എം സോ ഹാപ്പി ആൻഡ് പ്രൗഡ് ദാറ്റ് യു ചിൽഡ്രൻ are creating history here in Thiruvalla. I was so amazed to see. I was in the town of Thiruvalla today. I saw a different place. It has transformed quite a bit. Traffic, people are busier, and shops and lit showrooms, and same way we have transformed. When we were building the school, when I saw the design, I was in New York, and I told my friend, this is what we need. I was certainly criticized for this lavish agenda I had of hiring an architect from New York. In India, if you see, and there's a reasoning for it. In India, if you see, 70% of our institutions are created by people from the West. You can go and analyze right from Delhi St. Stephen's down to, the last mile college or university that you see. They had a vision. They had a selfish vision, which is trade. They wanted to trade with the Asian countries. And they knew unless they educate the people, they won't be able to buy our spices and trade in our goods that they dealt with. So everybody had an agenda. But I came into this without an agenda. I still believe our country can become a very powerful nation. It is my dream. In spite of me being in a position, to all the teachers and parents you should know, I could get my American citizenship in less than 2 months, if I desire. But I haven't attempted it. I am advised even sometimes, my own family tells me, because when I wait for a visa to travel to a country, because as an Indian passport, I need visas to most of the countries. And Three of my children are American citizens. They can go to London anytime, but I need to go and wait and do my biometric, wait for wait. So I said, no, I want to be an Indian. The pride of being the son of your soil. The pride of giving back to your soil. And that is a commitment through education I want to deliver. Children, you have to be a true Indian. We need to show the world that we are a powerhouse through the young generation, millions and millions of them, who will grow and hold the flag of our country and become the leaders and the path makers of our nation. You are the blue chips in the making. You are the blue chips. You are the super semiconductors of the universe. You are the engineered mind. You are the scientific mind. So we need all of us, parents, teachers, students, entire community to come together to create this precious product called the perfect individual. And that is what Choice School is providing you. And that is what is being engineered by me, sweating, concerned, why and how can I accomplish my dream and leave this world one day by leaving something behind and not by bank balances. To be remembered for what contribution I've done for my soil, the soil that gave me chance to breathe, walk, live and exist. That is our responsibility. So we all are responsible in building and helping our nation. Just one prime minister or few ministers or few senators, members of parliament or members of our legislative assembly cannot cure the problem of 130 crores of people, 130 million, 1.3 billion, We all are part of that. We are part of that ecosystem. The trajectory of education currently is off my belief or my style or my type, but we can try. And that is what we are delivering it through Rachel Miss, all my fantastic teachers, the leadership in Thiruvalla, Chetans, Chechis, drivers, everyone has come together to create this great institution and give you the opportunity to say, I am graduating. Let's put our hands together for all our teachers and the entire world. I must remember the mother school. Without the mother, there's no child. Even this program is just the mirroring of a program I attended 10 days ago in Cochin last week. The same order. Thank you, Ajit and Vimala and Saumya and Shalini and Vidya and Annie for all those who has come from the mother school to give that child that emotional support. Thank you so much for that. We have Venu here, who's the administrator here. These are all people, they're not seen every minute, not seen every day, but I know you are driving part of my dream. And thank you to the entire admin team for that fantastic job. Children, I have no advice for you. You are the advice. You have it with you. All I can tell you is this. Take risk in life. Even selecting your own course or what you want to do in life, take the risk. Some of you call me JT uncle. JT uncle walked on fire. I will never melt under the sun. I will never melt under the sun because I grew up in fire. At the age of 17, I had no dad and mom holding my hand. I had no sisters and parents who sat me down and taught me for my exams. Nor did I get any help from tuition experts to whom I had no money to pay. My parents couldn't afford it. But look at this blessing I got. From where to where? Do you think any of my other business empires or business whatever gives me this satisfaction? Never, to all of you in the front. Never. Never. Only I know the pleasure I have. When I see these children grow up, become more mature, become more intellectual, and become more responsible, and when I see them as real choices in public, in their lives, that is my reward. And that is the reward I need from you, children. To grow and develop and never forget the three words. K. Say again. H. Thank you so much, dear parents, for the trust you have in us, for the tremendous amount of support you give us, and to propagate the choice name. We need that. We need to bring more hearts into this place. We need to bring more souls into this place, because this is the right factory to create tomorrow. I can guarantee you that. This is not a marketing talk at all, but I would ask you to go and propagate the philosophies of Choice School and bring more younger hearts here. We will condition them. We will get them to hold the flag of our nation, be leaders, correct the future, correct the children to be born, and be the right models for our country. So thank you so much once again. God bless. God bless Choice School. Thanks.
Thank you, JT, sir, for those encouraging and valuable words of wisdom. The class of 2021-22 are proud to be the first batch of graduates on these hallowed grounds of the Choice School, Thiruvalla. It has been an exhilarating experience for both the staff and students who have together watched, evolved, and grown with this building we are sitting in. Between classes, friendships, teachers, extracurricular activities, there's always a lot happening in school. So many great memories, some good and some not so good. Some interesting learning experiences and valuable life lessons were also learned along the way, which will follow us for the rest of our lives. And even though the last 2 years of our education was spent online due to the pandemic, our school has worked relentlessly to ensure that the learning process was undeterred and that we continue to enjoy the Choicean experience, which is what sets us apart from other schools. The success of a school is dependent on the partnership established between the parents and the school. Working in congruence towards keeping the child as a common goal facilitates the best educational experience possible for the students. Here with us this evening are two such wonderful and supportive parents. I would like to invite Dr. Subhash B. Pillai, father of Neeraj Subhash Chandran Pillai, to share his experience with the Choice School.
Respected President of the evening, JT sir, beloved JT uncle of a lot of students here. Invited guests of the evening, Rachel Ignatius ma'am, Anisha ma'am, all the teachers, office bearers of Choice School, all the invitees, the parents, and my dear students, a very warm good evening to all of you. So, first of all, congratulations. And then I am here. Maybe I am completing a milestone, not like what Rachel ma'am said. Actually, I am completing my 20th year of being a parent. It's 2022. I became a parent in 2002. So I am close to that. And probably in the last 20 years, this is the first time I have been invited to deliver a talk on parenthood or parental expectations. That's what I think I am supposed to talk. Bear with me. I am not just a parent. In fact, even before I became a parent, I had been a teacher. I have been teaching students much earlier than when I became a parent. I still do. I have students, but my students are a bit more older. And I can see the faces in front of me, those smiling faces. They are no match. These are, as Rachel Ignatius Madam rightly put, like buds awaiting to get blossomed, and they are so delicate and they really need delicate care. So the challenges and responsibilities of being a teacher for these students, I can't imagine that. I'm afraid even to put a comment on that. But that I take this opportunity to congratulate and express my gratitude to the entire Choice team. It's the teachers, all the office bearers, the non-teaching staff, the cafeteria people, the drivers, all of them, to really support them. And you know, these were very trying times. We had a lot of disruptions on our way. This pandemic came out of a blue, and we have online classes sometimes, offline classes sometimes. A lot of mess happening, and it was a real challenge to fit all of them together and bring them in one piece. That's what I will say. And they've done an excellent job, all of them. And despite all the challenges faced by them, they were well supported, and most of all, our children, they were really taken care of, and thank you very much for that. Talking about parenthood, I said I probably, this is the first time I'm getting this opportunity, so I'm not sure how far I'll go on this, but let me try to put it in a concise way. See, I still remember the first time I went to Choice School, Tripunithura, to take admission for my daughter. It was in 7 years back, I believe. I think Shalini was there. She was in the administration department. She handed me a form to fill. And there is a section here. I'm sure most of the parents here has already filled that form. They are familiar with it. It's about what are the strengths and weaknesses of your child. And what is your expectation of your child? And what do you expect the school to do with your child? So honestly, I was not prepared to answer such a question. Because, of course, my parents never had to answer that question. And my grandparents even had dreamt about such a question. So it is really nothing, it's something novel to me. But I can't say it is novel because as a parent, this is something which is lingering in our minds, what we expect our children to be. We are never devoid of that feeling. It's always there. Only thing is that if somebody asks us to put in paper, then we develop a little bit of cold feet, if you say. Actually, that's what happened. I don't know. I don't know what exactly I wrote there, but definitely I haven't poured my heart out there. That much I am sure. But we all, as parents, we want the best for our children. No doubt. We want them to excel in academics. We want them to have golden touch. We want them to be achievers, to be competitive. And above all, we want them to come up as good human beings with values, with compassion, with conscientiousness, and role models of society, all well and good. But the moot point is, a school or a particular education system, how can it be of any help in shaping those expectations or realize those expectations? See, the education system has changed. The expectations of the society about education and schooling has also changed over the centuries. In the olden days, education was a very private and personal affair. You might have heard of the stories of Gurukula, the systems in Athens and Alexandria. Everywhere, it was the purpose of school, the purpose of education was an unadulterated quest of knowledge and nothing else. And there is no limit to learn, and there is nobody to tell that how much you should learn. It's all up to you. You can go anywhere and you can stop anywhere. So that is the freedom, but at the same time it has its own limitations. It was a highly exclusive system. But nowadays we have a more inclusive system where education is universal, and it is made mandatory in most of the societies across the world. And the scope of education, the scope of schooling itself has changed. It is now more into developing skills or making these children who are coming out useful in some way or the other to the society. Or you can put it in a crude language, it's like the expectations of market forces. And it started with in the 1300s, and so when you need skilled workers in the factories, as JT sir said, the old institutions in India were specifically brought up for that purpose. Again, some remnants of that system is still persisting in our schooling system. Like building up skills and bringing up, producing skilled individuals which can be useful to the society. Nothing bad about that. But one thing I have noticed in the last 40 or 50 years, I think it happened from my generation or maybe one generation before. It's no longer about pure skill development, schooling. For example, my own classmates in school, many of them were engineering graduates. They are now, one of them is actually a bank manager at my own center. So engineering graduates going into banking. You have agricultural experts going into software industries. You have literature graduates working as policemen, working as conductors, drivers, and whatnot. Even supposed to be highly focused jobs like doctors. Many of them are policy makers and administrators. So there is a lot of flexibility happening there. The question is whether our schooling system is acknowledging that changed requirements of the society. Or are we still that old skill developers? See, it's no longer about simple skill development. At the end of your career, you're not being asked what you have learned or what skills you have acquired. It's more like, are you learnable? Like, do you have the ability to learn further? Do you have the ability to acquire more skills than you already have? So the scope has changed from simple skill development to some way say credentializing. So the employer who is going to employ you tomorrow is going to ask not that how much you know or what skills you have, but what part of you is knowable, or how much of you can be trained to acquire more knowledge. And that brings us to what JT sir told a few minutes ago about capacity building, about some capacity to building something new. That is what the scope for the future education should be. And I am very glad that the model of schooling and education, at least pioneered in this part of the world by JT sir, is in unison with these realities rather than empty parental expectations. I had first-hand experience in Tripunithara, where unlike the mainstream schools which is like mainly into academics and for namesake there are extra academic activities, in Choice School, I could see that happening, like the extra academic or extracurricular activity is not like, it is exactly like the building up capacities to build something new and novel. But for some reason we had this pandemic coming out of the blue and a lot of disruptions happened and so many logistics. I'm afraid we are not able to translate exactly the same things in Thiruvalla, but I don't see any reason why not. Once things change for good, why not we can emulate that thing here, this capacity building. And I take this opportunity to offer my best wishes to Choice team, the brains behind the Choice team, to bring this institution up into some center of excellence or like a top-notch institution where anybody will dream to send their child to. And before I end, I have a word to these children sitting here. They have a month or maybe a few more days and a month. They are going to write one of the most crucial exams of their lives. And the problem is the time they are in some amount of pressure. I totally understand it. It's not an enviable position at all to be the first batch of a big school, mother or daughter, doesn't matter, a big school, first batch. The stakes are high. The reputation is there to perish or to keep. So it's a big time for you and a big moment to perform. But again, as I said, like we biologists like to say, it's not the strongest or the fastest who are going to survive or to prevail. It is the fittest. The fittest doesn't mean the strongest and the fastest. The fittest are the people who are going to fit in well with the changed environment, or what in biology they call adapt to the environment. So this pressure cooker situation, as some of you may like to call it, is actually a novel environment. Take it in that spirit and do your best. Double up your effort. Give that extra effort, run that extra mile, and make things happening so that you will all come out in flying colors, so that your institution will be proud of you, your teachers will be proud of you, your juniors who are next in line will be proud of you, and your parents will be proud of you. And congratulations once again, all the best for your exams, and thank you all for a patient listening. Good, thank you.
Thank you, Doctor. Next, I would like to invite Ms. Sunita Elizabeth Abraham, mother of Samuel Thomas Abraham, to also share her experience with the Choice School.
Respected JT Sir, Principal Ma'am Rachel, Vice Principal Ma'am Anisha, Principal of the Choice School Tripunithura Mr. Ajit Jacob, staff and members of the Choice School faculty, fellow parents and the class of 2022, the social media generation of hashtags. Hashtag you're welcome. Good evening and greetings to one and all. It's my pleasure to speak a few words representing parents and as a parent of Samuel Thomas Abraham, and I consider it my privilege to do so. Actually, a plethora of thoughts come flooding into my mind, and emotions too. So at the outset, may I request your pardon should I not contain my emotions. Let me move on. On this auspicious day and occasion that we have gathered here in order to felicitate the students of grade 10, may I request all parents to join me in applauding these heroes who have done us all proud. Well done. Success is a big word, and it is beyond an individual's perception of it. However, given the limitation of time, I will not venture even defining it, as it is beyond the scope of this short speech. But if you will permit me to touch the tip of the iceberg, a mother would say that a good cake should have basic ingredients of flour, sugar, milk, eggs, baking powder. A father would say that a good car should have a sound engine, reliable brakes, tires that are dependable. Just an example, in today's world, while fathers bake and mothers discuss cars, the same goes with success that comes from good education. I endeavor to touch the tip of the iceberg of this formula of success. Firstly, a great leadership produces great success. JT Sir has led by way of example. He has proved himself as a leader by demonstrating sheer determination and tenacity that he exhibited when he was thrown at the deep end by the unforeseen circumstances of life. I will not go into the nitty-gritty details, as you yourself have heard it from him in his speeches. Yes, life is not a bed of roses, as it occasionally throws surprises, frustrations, and challenges our way. It is not an acceptable option to quit in the face of difficulties and failures. But there is a choice for a choice graduate, and that is do not give up. I repeat, do not give up. Instead, be bold and courageous, even if you have to battle it out all alone. I wish to take this opportunity to thank all the teachers and members of the Choice faculty. May I kindly request the graduates of 2022 to respectfully stand up and give the teachers a well-deserved round of applause. Thank you so much. It would be very unfair on my part if I don't mention this. During the time of COVID pandemic, whenever the students needed help, every teacher, because of lack of time, I wouldn't mention all the names, but every single teacher, I think you must know this, JT sir, that every single teacher, they were willing to come to school in spite of their responsibilities at home and to take remedials for kids who needed it. Thank you so much. I would call teaching a noble vocation carried out by God-sent teachers who inculcate in pupils knowledge, wisdom, and values to mold character and discipline that will sustain the moral fabric of society. A baton that will be passed on through generations. Teachers, as I have interacted with most of you and without hesitation, I wish to compliment you for instilling values and confidence in our children that will go a long way in them facing life fearlessly and making right choices in the crossroads of life. And finally, I briefly address the amazing choice graduates of 2022. You are indeed that exciting, wonderful, you are in that exciting, wonderful transition in life from childhood to adulthood. Therefore, there is a conflict of personality at this age. On the one hand, there is a child in you clinging on to the security afforded by dwelling under a parent's protection at home, and on the other hand, an adult restlessly awaiting the opportunity of expression. Graduates of 2022, you are an unprecedented batch that overcame the worst adversities in recent times, the COVID-19 pandemic. You have had a roller coaster ride with mouth masks, in quarantine, and distance learning with countless Google Classroom assignments. Totally unprecedented. You have endured and prevailed. That is a good thing. Thank God indeed. Congratulations to each one of you. And a snippet of advice from me. Number one, never give up. You don't have an option as a choice graduate to give up. So never give up. Make the right choices. Accept constructive criticisms, be it from parents, your mentors, your teachers, anyone. And on behalf of parents, of class 2022, may I pronounce a parental blessing over you. May the Lord bless you and keep you. May the Lord make his face to shine on you. May the Lord make his countenance to shine on you and give you peace. God bless you and thank you so much.
Thank you, Ms. Sunita Abraham. Plato once said, music is a more potent instrument than any other form of education. It has the power to lift one's spirits. It also has the power to command our attention and inspire us. Here comes Joanne Elizabeth Zachariah of grade 10A. She's a gifted and talented singer with a rendition of Josh Groban's You Raise Me Up.
When I am down and oh my soul so weary, when troubles come and my heart burden me, then I am still and wait here in the silence until you come and sit a while with me. You raise me up so I can stand on mountains.
Thank you, Joanne. That was beautiful. School life is a treasure trove of stories and memories. Every person and place has a story to tell. Our very first students from this batch will now share their thoughts and feelings about their experience at the Choice School. Farhan AM of grade 10B will now share his thoughts and feelings about his alma mater.
Good evening, everyone. On the outset, I would like to say how very honored I am to be given this opportunity to speak on this memorable day. I believe I am the very first student of this batch which began its journey not too long ago back in 2016. I still remember the excitement I felt on my very first day as I walked into the coolest and the brightest classroom ever. We were just a few of us back then, but the fun we had back then will always be special to me. But as the school grew and evolved, so did I. From a spirited young boy to a knowledgeable and confident young adult, I stand here before you thankful and grateful to our dear Principal Rachel ma'am and our wonderful teachers at the Choice School, Thiruvalla. Thank you, JD sir, for bringing Choice School to Thiruvalla and giving me an opportunity to become a proud Choicean. Thank you to all the support staff from the admin, the chef, the chechis, and the bus attendants who are part of our journey. Your hard work never went unnoticed. Thank you to my parents, families, and friends. You have been my pillar of strength. As students and friends, we had made so many memories from Children's Day, class parties, annual day, and the list goes on. I consider myself lucky to have met you all and to be the part of the strong bond we have managed to create. I believe each and every one of you has something special, and I'm counting on seeing you conquer life on your own fantastic way. Alan Alda once said, "Don't ever aim your doubt at yourself, laugh at yourself, but don't doubt yourself." You must agree with me when I say we are the best principal who is gentle but firm, affectionate yet assertive. She always is the best in us and continues to believe in us day after day. And we are the best set of teachers who pulls out the most fun and enjoyable Children's Day celebrations year after year. In all seriousness, we are truly blessed with such caring teachers who teach us with such passion and who are thoroughly invested in us. Until recently, I felt apprehensive at the thought of finishing the first chapter of my school life and starting a new one. But now, I can't wait to explore and venture into the new phase of my life. I hope the Choice School continues to nurture knowledgeable, healthy individuals with a formidable strength of character. I hope you'll hear good things about us in the future that will be successful in making our alma mater proud of us. Congratulations, class of 2021-22. Thank you.
Farzana Fatima of grade 10A will express her love and gratitude towards the Choice School.
Good evening. Esteemed President of the Choice Foundation, Mr. Jose Thomas, our beloved Principal Rachel Ma'am, Vice Principal Anisha Ma'am, special invitees, well-wishers, teachers, parents, and my dear graduates. At the outset, I would like to thank Rachel Ma'am for giving me this opportunity to speak on this special occasion. Above all, I would like to thank the Lord Almighty for the Choice School. How very aptly it is put in our anthem, "A school so nice." JT sir, words cannot express my gratitude to you for this wonderful school. Indeed, your vision is truly God-given. Thank you, sir, for acting upon that vision. We are truly grateful for the most wonderful principal, Rachel ma'am, for every single effort that you've always made in the very direction of improving the standards of our school. Anisha ma'am, our vice principal and class teacher, you've always been a steadying presence in our lives. Thank you for being our rock of support through thick and thin. As we gather here to celebrate more than 5 years of learning, we are surrounded by all the people who taught and inspired us throughout our lives. Parents, family members, and teachers, you've all been instrumental in our education. As we move on to the next chapter of life, we will carry with us not only the book knowledge, but also the life lessons you taught us. I would like to thank my parents for choosing the Choice School, one of the best decisions you've ever made. Well, it's been a long and short 6 years. Long because of the tiresome hours of studying, work, and other roadblocks we faced in high school. Short because of the lifelong friendships, the lasting memories, and the truly interesting and amazing things we've learned between the occasional bits of hard work. The time we had was surely not enough. Good or bad, long or short, I'll always remember this place. The Choice School will always have a special place in my heart. I cannot say that I've spent as many hours as some have between these halls. For example, our teachers. They've spent an inhuman amount of time here. I thank you, my beloved teachers, for sacrificing so much of your time and going that extra mile for us in this unprecedented situation to help us learn and understand subjects through a screen. We really are grateful that you put up with us and our outstanding performance in the online exam. Thank you, JT sir, Rachel ma'am, Anisha ma'am, and dear teachers for providing us with this remarkable platform of learning which helped us find our potential. Middle school was my first experience in this school. I still remember the little girl who joined the school back in 2016. The girl who was nervous and in awe of the new campus, new faces, and the new place. I still remember my first class teacher, Shanti ma'am, showing us our classrooms and meeting my friends for the first time. If I'm standing here today, it is all because of the Choice School. The teachers helped me find my dreams and ignited in me the fire to achieve it. And today, I'm a step closer to those dreams. Thank you, teachers. I would also like to thank our dearest Chechis and Chetans, the backbone of this prestigious institution. The past 2 years, these unfortunate times of COVID, really made me appreciate school and the little things that we missed out on, like the sports day, the annual day, the unique school bell, little discussions outside the classrooms at dispersal, and countless other things. The past 2 years made me realize the importance of being around people. Here is something I learned this year. Appreciate every moment that is given to you and the people you are given to spend it with. I'm looking forward to spending my next 2 years here at Choice. Hold on a little tighter, smile a little bigger, and laugh a little louder, because these are the moments you will remember when you wish you could rewind time. Thank you.
Johan Abraham Babu of grade 10B will reminisce about his time here at the Choice School.
That was a beautiful speech, Farzana. I echo the very same sentiments. Good evening, JT sir, Rachel ma'am, Anisha ma'am, special invitees, parents, teachers, and the graduating class of 2021 to 22. I am Johan Babu, and I'm extremely honored to be given this opportunity to speak today on this auspicious and memorable evening. I am one of the lucky few to be part of this wonderful institute. I remember that I was shy and nervous about fitting in, but I understood after a couple of days that the Choice School was not merely an educational institution. It was my second home. I take pride in walking down these halls and knowing this is where I belong. I still recount of all the wonderful times I've had here. From the shy and nervous boy on his first day of school, I went on to play numerous supporting roles during our annual day. Some of you may remember me as the affable seagull Scuttle from The Little Mermaid to the loving but notorious Mumbai street guide in India's celebrations. I've successfully participated in science fairs, quizzes, sporting tournaments, and much more. All these opportunities and the core concepts of knowledge, character, and health have enabled me to be a confident and an altruistic individual. I would like to give thanks to the Lord Almighty for His never-ending grace upon me. I would also like to thank my parents who support me and who adore me, and to whom I am eternally grateful for making the right decision 6 years ago by enrolling me here. I would also like to give my sincere gratitude to JT sir, founder of the Choice School and the reason I stand before you today. Sir, it is because of your vision for a holistic education for the person I am today. There aren't enough words to describe how amazing and dedicated the teachers here are at the Choice School, Thiruvalla. Thank you, dear teachers. You're the true heroes and deserve to be celebrated. The support staff who work silently in the background with a smile and sometimes whom we take for granted. Thank you for all your hard work. All these people have played an instrumental role in providing the safe, peaceful, and nurturing haven that I love. My best wishes to the Choice School. May you continue to prosper and grow. Last but not the least, I am so grateful for all the wonderful and long-lasting friendships I've established with this batch of cool, fun, smart, and dynamic and versatile group of fellow graduates. Group of fellow graduates. I'm thankful for all the friendships we had. So, Mazel Tov to all my fellow graduates. The word Mazel Tov is a Hebrew word which means congratulations. Good luck, and I congratulate you on this very journey to success. I believe because success is not a continuous journey. It's not a destination. It's a continuous journey that never ends. So Mazel Tov to all my fellow graduates, and I wish everyone a grand evening. Thank you.
The student batch of 2021-22 will now be gifted with a memento. I'm handing over the rest of the program to Shanti ma'am.
Good evening, everyone. Before we go any further, we would like to express our gratitude to the Choice Media team for live streaming the evening's event and enabling all those who couldn't be here to witness this memorable event. Dear graduating batch, the crowning moment of your school life is now setting in. This is your hour to be recognized for all that you've accomplished during your school days. We acknowledge your diligence, talents, and the values you've imbibed. And to concretize our regard and affection, we present you with citations etched with the essence of what you are perceived as by your teachers. They have penned a note of appreciation for each one of you. Kindly come up on stage to accept the memento as your name is called out. Dear parents, beam with pride as you witness your child being honored and also enjoy the slideshow to each one of them. This diverse group of students who we are felicitating this evening are a mixed bag of talent, versatility, dynamism, and resourceful young individuals. We begin with grade 10A, a vibrant class under the able guidance of their dedicated, resourceful, and versatile class teacher, Mrs. Anisha Sen, who has left a meaningful impact in their lives. And she also shares a special synergy with them. She has mentored and guided them and watched them grow into fine individuals. I invite Mrs. Elizabeth Jose to present the memento to the students of grade 10A. We begin with A.S. Manha. Alan Marmin Matthew. Amarnath Ajay Kumar. Archa Anil Kumar. Ben V. Biju. Deepak Koshi Abraham. Farzana Fatima. Hadan Aziz. Joanne Elizabeth Zachariah. Jose Mamotel. Naina Mariam Tiny. Neeraj Subhash Chandra Pillai. Rehan John Jacob. Richa Mariam Ray. Rohan Joseph Abraham. Samuel Thomas Abraham. Vinay Sri Kumar. Thank you, Elizabeth ma'am, for doing the honors. The students of grade 10B are led by Mrs. Sajani Matthews, a vivacious and proficient teacher who has kept her class on their toes and whose tutelage the students have blossomed into dynamic and enterprising young adults. It is our pleasure to invite Mr. Thomas Jose, Director, the Joyce Foundation, who will be facilitating this class. We begin with Aaron Varghese Abraham. Aishwar Shine. Akshita Arun. Albin Binu. Anosh Idikila Rogers. Elna Anil Joseph. Farhan a.m. Leah and Biju. Mia Shimoni Abraham. Parvati Ajay Nair. Pratana P. Rishikesh R. Nair. Ron Gopal. Sridev Sri Kumar. Vivek Sri Kumar. Johan Abraham Babu. Zayan Hafiz Muhammad. Thank you, Thomas, sir. That was the graduating batch 2021-22. And to them we say, cherish your visions and your dreams as you move out, as graduation is not the end. It's the beginning of the most thrilling period of your lives. Thank you, one and all.
Thank you, Shanti ma'am. The candle is a symbol of light, life, hope, and persistence. The ceremonial lighting of the lamp is a reminder of the duty each student has in illuminating the lives of others in need with the light from their own lives. Mr. Jose Thomas will now lead the symbolic ceremony along with our principal, Ms. Rachel Ignatius.
You are the light of the world. No one takes a light and hides it under a bushel. Instead, it is held high so that it giveth light unto all that are in this house. This light symbolizes the light received from God. Let the outgoing students of class 10 light their own individual lives and spread the light of truth and love in this world. I'll stand on the side. Lights off, no? Okay. Keep your lights shining bright and clear. Let your light illumine the lives of those you meet along the journey of life. May you be true to the motto of the school. May God bless you and go with you.
This candle is a symbol of light. We shall carry with us into the world the light of truth, joy and love. We promise to spread this light and be a blessing to others.
There is a candle in every soul, some brightly burning, some dark and cold.
There is a spirit who brings a fire, ignites a candle, and makes his home.
Carry your candle, run to the darkness, seek out the hopeless, confused and torn. Hold out your candle for all to see it. Take your candle and go light your world. Take your candle and go light your world.
Frustrated brother, see how he's trying to light his own candle some other way.
See now your sister, she's been brought light to, still holds a candle without a flame. Carry your candle, run to the darkness, seek out the hopeless, confused and torn. Hold out your candle for all to see it. Take your candle and go light your world. Take your candle and go light your world. We are a family whose hearts are blazing. So let's raise our candle and light up the sky.
Praying to our Father in the name of God. Make us a beacon in darkest times.
Carry your candle.
class of 2022, set out on your journey like lighted candles ready to set the world aflame with enthusiasm and zeal. May this little light be your guide in the darkest of places when all other lights are extinguished.
The graduating batch of 2021-22 will now sing the graduation song penned by our very own Uncle JT. This song reflects the hope and aspirations of our students. It expresses gratitude to all those who have touched their lives and awakened their spirits. Filled with charity, humility, thankfulness, and self-confidence, our students sing the graduation song.
Congratulations to the graduate class of 2022. Eleanor Roosevelt once said, "The future belongs to those who believe in the beauty of their dreams." We encourage you to dream big as a glorious future beckons you. Wishing you all a wonderful evening ahead. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, dinner will be served for invited guests and parents in the turf area. The teachers will lead you there. Students, dinner will be served at the atrium. Also, to capture this beautiful moment, a formal portrait will now be taken. May I request JT sir, Rachel ma'am, and the faculty to come on stage for the picture.